Welcome back to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on Vegas, allnetradio.com, the final frontier of free speech where you can say whatever the fuck you want. We are in studio with Andrea, a local girl who's going to tell us all about her. And but the focus of our story is her 21 years of celibacy, which nobody can actually, everybody that I talked to this week
said no fucking way.
No. Yeah.
Try telling that to a guy that I've been with. They're like, no fucking way. Well, I'd say thank you very much, but it's true.
I think the only longest we know is 13 years. Right?
Yes. Yeah. That's the longest we know.
On my heel. I'm assuming it was a woman.
No, it was a man.
Yeah. Of course, all he was meeting was crazy people. So, you know.
And most of that was your fault.
The last one, the last one that he broke up with was my fault. And I just tried to get him laid, but he's not the type to just do booty calls, so he got into a relationship with her and she turned out to be fucking crazy.
Well, that's his fault then.
So yeah, me and my friend actually conspired to get him laid.
It involved conspiring?
It did actually involve more than one person, so that's a conspiracy.
I got a group of much younger friends when I went to teach at charter school, and they did an intervention and they said, stop that.
Stop the celibacy thing?
Yeah, they're like, you're done.
So was that the end of your 21 years?
Well, also my son got older.
Oh.
So wait, you stopped having sex because you had a kid?
Okay, well, we should probably go into the...
just making... I want to start from the beginning.
Okay, I want to start with, you're a local Las Vegan. How long have you been here in Las Vegas?
25 years, since 88.
Okay, so where did you move from?
Jersey.
Why'd you decide to move here?
A couple of reasons. My family was here, and I was trying the geographic cure from a guy.
Right. Oh, from a guy?
Yeah, who I then 7 years later had a baby with, so it didn't work so much.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, wait. I used to be a math teacher. What's 92 minus 88? 4 years later. Start having sex, I got stupider. 4 years later had a baby with, so geographic cure, not so much.
Wow.
I wanted to start over. Vegas was a good place to start over.
It is a very good place to start over.
So you tried to cure this problem with this guy by moving here. Did he move here too?
For 3 months.
Oh.
4 years later for 3 months. And I was a little different. And then once I knew I was pregnant, I was a lot. So I always said the shit that I would take for myself, I wouldn't take for my kid.
Right.
And I moved a little differently. So that ended that.
Okay. So now we've established you being here. How do you like Vegas? How do you like living here? You've been here for...
I'm getting used to it after 25.
After how many years?
25 years.
Wow.
I just occurred to me recently that I'm here as long as I wasn't here, because I'm 50.
Right.
I'm going to give you a minute to go, no fucking way.
Right, no fucking way.
Thank you.
It's not
Thank you.
possible.
It is possible.
It's possible, but...
Thank you. So now I've been here half my life. I kind of feel like I grew up here.
Good.
Even though I was...
I claim local. I claim localism. I've been here since I was 13. So.
Localism sounds like a disease. Baby.
Yeah.
I have localism.
I've been here since about the same age.
13?
Yeah, 10, 11, 12, 13, something.
And then I tried living elsewhere. Did you ever move away and come back?
No.
Yeah, I tried living in Colorado.
Yeah.
Which was actually really nice, but...
There's nothing to do.
Yeah, nothing. After 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Yeah.
I thought about it for a while. And last year when I was online... Well, you have to... Excuse me, I couldn't get calendar years and school years mixed up. But at some point, when I was dating my online dating nightmare, the fake U.S. Marshal, I thought I was moving to San Antonio.
You were dating a fake U.S. Marshal?
Well, at the time, I thought I was dating
right.
Right. Yes, the fake U.S. Marshal.
Oh, we will go into your online dating stories.
Oh, hell yeah, we will.
Yes.
Okay. So when did your hiatus, when did your celibacy end?
September, I'll be a year.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So about 11 months.
How many... Let's start with how many... Do you have a number of guys you had slept with before you went on hiatus?
I had lost count, baby. That's part of the reason I went on hiatus.
Oh.
We were... I don't know.
You were fucking your way through the city.
It was the 80s. It was the East Coast.
Sport fucking her way down the coast.
I have to remember that about the East Coast.
It was the 80s. There was a whole lot of disco.
Well, when
it's
bit of cold, there's not much else to do.
It wasn't that
true
cold.
that.
It was when it was hot. It was the 80s. It was disco. It was a little bit of playing. I've always had a fabulous ass. I could get away with cheating.
Oh, wow.
So,
He's a bad girl.
It was a lot of guys.
We're talking
Okay.
about her before her
So-
hiatus. She was a slut before she was on hiatus.
Okay, so let's
Excuse me, I prefer the politically correct term whore. Ninja division.
Whore. Ninja Division. That. Put that in
I'm
the
tweeting
book.
it. I'm tweeting
That's
it
the
now.
tweet of the fucking night.
Whore, Ninja Division.
Oh, there's a group of us, baby.
Oh yeah, I know. She's in it with you.
No, we're gonna start it. I told you the club I'm starting. Those bitches.
Those
bitches.
I want
I
to be
think
part
I'm
of
part
that
of
club.
those bitches.
Absolutely.
What is the qualifications?
Oh,
to
I
be part
happen
of
to know
those
that I am
bitches?
actually part of that club.
Okay, the qualifications for being those bitches. Okay, rock star body,
Oh, that's us.
fucking awesome. But then you also have to be kind and authentic.
Okay, I can do
I
that.
can do
Yeah,
that.
those bitches.
Look
The
at us,
women
we
that you
can
really
do that.
you already do it. The women you really want to hate, except they're so fucking nice.
Oh, I can't be in that group.
You are nice.
We
Well,
hate
not,
you
not in the
anyway.
mealy,
No.
not in the mealy, like ugh, form of nice.
No, because most people
actually
end up
nice.
hating me anyway for some
Not
reason.
but no,
Because you're the mean one.
I am the mean one.
okay, so let's not use nice. We'll use kind and authentic.
Okay, I can do that.
Because I hate nice. That
hate
word,
nice?
because people use it wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's usually weak. It's usually manipulative. People, oh, she's so nice while she's going through your wallet, So, oh, that's a pretty wallet, and I just took 20 from it. She's so nice. No,
Wow.
that's not
No,
nice.
that's
Look
not
it up.
nice. Kind and
The guy I
authentic.
was dating, the fake U.S. Marshal, used to say that they always interview people when there is a serial killer next door, and they say he was such a nice guy. There are 23 bodies in his basement. That's not the definition of nice.
No.
Yeah, that's what people were saying about Castro.
Yeah.
Such
so
a nice guy.
Such a
No,
nice
that's not what nice
guy.
means.
No,
Three
that's
girls
true.
chained up in his living room.
So yeah,
Fabulous dude.
smart, sharp, but very accepting. You had to be accepting.
I'm accepting of everyone who isn't a cunt.
Yeah, well,
Or stupid.
Or a dumb fuck. Or a dipshit. Or a cocksucker.
and I don't like really
Or a
judgmental.
douchebag.
Yeah,
I
I don't
can
really
handle
like.
some douchebags.
I don't really like judgmental. I ran into a lot of that at the bash.
Yeah,
A
there's
lot,
of that.
females judgmental or males?
Both.
How can
Female
you
ju-
possibly be judgmental in that atmosphere?
You know what?
Because some of us are getting much more attention than the others.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
and my answer for that is
And when you're
try
the,
Grow an ass.
try smiling, bitch. They like it better.
and when you're the skinny bitch in the room, that just takes the whole. Do you know how many nasty looks I got as I'm walking off the dance floor because I could walk confidently in 6-inch heels? I can't tell you the number of looks I got from girls as I'm coming off the dance floor.
But
It's really
the
it's
same number that I got in my ballet flats or barefoot walking with their man. I'm sorry.
right. Yeah, they can't handle. Here's what I have come to determine: they cannot handle true confidence.
No.
The people who can fake confidence, they're all about that. They're all about it. People who can actually. I don't need to smile and be happy and hang around and chit chat with you because I'm confident enough in myself to know that I can have a perfectly good time sitting right here with my martini and my 6-inch fucking heels and my fabulous booty shorts. And
Okay.
people don't like that.
I'm just waiting for you to fall.
See,
You know what? I
When you
almost
walk-
fell.
You
when
know
you're
what?
walking?
I know that there are girls that hate there. I don't pay them any mind.
Mm-mm.
I
No.
don't notice them watching me. I don't notice them growling at me, and I don't notice them talking about me behind my back because I don't fucking care.
Right.
I notice, but I don't acknowledge.
Well,
I don't even fucking
I
care.
figure they have to be doing it extremely because I don't notice because a lot of the time I'm clueless. This you know about me, so I'm not even like.
Observant of it, or-
But if you are doing it enough that I can notice, or you came to my face to do it, then you are doing it a lot.
Mhm.
And it has to do, in my case, it has to do with attention. I'm like, I was just always pragmatic. If you are mad because 4 guys have just talked to me, sit next to me because I can't talk to all 4 of
Right,
them at
right,
once,
right,
right?
right.
Like, I've always
That's
been very
true.
fucking
Share the
practical.
wealth, right?
And I'm good with that. So if you don't like me because I'm meeting a lot of men, I would just befriend me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Very good idea.
That is a way that you have, and a lot of it, I see these memes all the time. It's how you take into account what's going on around you. It's how you think about things.
Mhm.
Right.
Instead of being hateful and jealous and think, well, how can I get in on that action? Which would mean going over and making a new friend and probably a lifelong friend at that.
Maybe I can teach a seminar next year at Well Rounded on how to walk in heels.
I would take that class.
Would you?
Not me because
Not
I
at
know,
6 inch. Like
No.
No,
three,
I'd
2
start
or
everyone
3.
off with kitten heels.
No,
One
No,
and a half,
because
2
even
inches.
That's what we can
even
call
where
the
I'm
kitten
at,
heels.
and
Yeah, yeah.
8 years ago I was wearing kitten heels. I can't wear kitten heels now. I don't
Even-
care how much
I
lessons.
just
you
I
hate
give me.
them.
couldn't
I
wear
don't know
kitten
how
heels.
many lessons you give me.
I couldn't
It
wear
ain't
heels
happening.
when I was in my 20s and it was the 80s, the year of Candace. I couldn't wear heels.
It's practice,
Never-
practice,
never
practice.
No,
been
it's
good
not
at it.
practice. It has to do with your knees and your ankles.
Well, yeah, there's that too. But
And
I'm
balance.
No,
I have terrible
no, you
balance.
can't. You can't take an ass with like mine and Andrea's and try to balance them on 6-inch heels. It doesn't work. Okay.
But it could be a lot of fun trying.
Oh, I'll wear them for photo shoots and put my legs up in the fucking air, but
I'll take
or
the
stand on them for
She'll-
one picture.
I'll
But I
take-
ain't walking in them.
I'll
She'll
take the
put 'em-
feminist approach.
but she'll put her legs up in the air for
Heels
anything.
are the work of the patriarchy of men to put women in their place.
Okay.
Heels are the women's.
But they're beautiful.
Heels are one of women's weapons in their arsenal.
Well, that's true.
I have to
True.
say that I wore heels to Gold Diggers last Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking own it because I had a killer dress on and I had heels. And no one was safe.
Nobody was
No, ask anyone who was there. I asked the guy I went with, is there anyone in the bar that I didn't talk to? And he said no.
That's awesome.
They-
Combination of a tits for
Now,
day,
okay.
a tits for days dress, heels, and a lot of vodka.
Okay, so what was the main reason for why you decided to be celibate?
Okay. I don't know that I ever said, hey, you know what would be fun for the next 21 years? I think it just kind of grew. Initially, I had a baby with a terrible person that I thought was going to be, here, take pictures now, that I thought I was going to be with forever and was shocked that I found the strength to leave him. So I was still in love with him and I had this kid. And I suffered a little bit from feeling like I didn't deserve this kid. I got the Jesus part.
Really?
Well, I'm a Jesus girl. I have been since I was 17. But I got lost in some of the rules, so I thought I didn't deserve that.
Wait, a Jewish Jesus girl?
I-
I love that.
I am a fucking lifetime movie marathon in and of myself. The Andrea story. Yeah, so I got confused in the rules, and I thought I don't deserve this kid. And then I think mostly it was just trying to straighten myself the fuck out.
Really?
Because I come from crazy and addicted and criminal, and
Yeah,
I didn't want
that's
this kid to.
That's a hard combination to overcome.
Yeah.
Go.
We'll try not to be interesting till you come back.
No, please keep talking. Keep it interesting.
Um, So mostly it was about getting my life straight. I'm also, I'm pretty open about this. I'm also a compulsive gambler in recovery. It's been 11 years since my last bet.
Wow.
So that's a lot of fucking stuff to do. Raise a kid, no child support, go to school,
Mhm.
break from your family, try not to gamble. Well,
Right.
first try to cover the bills because you did gamble. There's a lot to fucking cover. I just didn't have time for dick.
So just a lot of stress in your life, and
And then, yeah, I was just a little. Then after a while, you're like, how am I going to have that conversation? Turns out you don't have to. You have a nice enough ass. They don't know. I guess I retired at the top of my game, came back strong.
So
Nice.
so it was okay. So you said you don't have to have that conversation,
Oh, some people, I guess, do.
Okay.
She had to have that conversation because she was in a
but
relationship.
but they
Yeah.
you have a nice ass, so you know that guys wanted to touch
Tap
that
that.
ass, tap that ass, right?
I didn't go to a lot of those places, and I did whatever I could. I did whatever I could to hide it. In fact, at the bash, I was in the ladies' room with a woman who was kind of having a little breakdown, and we were standing next to each other, and we were the same age, and she looked like my grandmother, and I used to dress that way. And some younger, very beautiful friends, and then some my age, took me aside and said, "I don't know what the fuck you're doing." Well, one was a pastor, so she didn't say fuck. She said, "You are hiding, and you are still getting attention. So wear as much elastic as you want. Put on another 1,700 pounds. It's not going to work. Just stop." So I stopped hiding. Yeah, but I wasn't in. But I still got attention.
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell that to my son because my son is fucking gorgeous and his father's not. And I was like, where do you think you got your game? When you look like you, it's easy. When you look like me, not so much.
Except you got some game, girl.
Yeah, I do. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm telling
So-
you, I never saw her talking to the same guy twice.
Okay, so I want to know. I want to know.
Who told you to fucking watch?
I want to know.
That's what I do.
Thank you.
I want to know what happened when the guy got to the point of where he wanted you to go back to his room or wanted to take you somewhere special or back in the 80s.
I didn't put myself in those situations.
You didn't.
Well, no, a couple of times. I thought I was in love with the weed man for a while.
wait.
The weed
He
man?
was the neighborhood
The
weed
weed
man.
whacker man or the
No, the
No,
neighborhood
weed
weed
man.
dealer.
Okay.
Who was good with my son, and that was mostly, we were never in the same room. I probably would have given it up to him, but because I have a habit of loving drug addicts.
You and my mom have some
Look,
similar.
you don't
things.
even have to be in the same room with guys. Black Ring says you're fucking gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm no longer celibate, so you might want to friend me.
Okay, so there were.
And,
you
and I
said-
have to tell you that I didn't know that I was gorgeous until a short time ago. Absolutely didn't know what I looked like.
Yeah, most
I
women
think yeah,
don't.
most women don't. They
Yeah,
don't.
Absolutely didn't know. So when I first started to date and got that much attention, there was a lot of angst, pretty girl angst and crying, and not so much anymore. Now I'm just like you over here.
So I want to. So tell me about a couple of the instances where you said you didn't put yourself into the position of where a guy would ask you to come back to his place later or something like that. Tell me about the couple of times that did happen and how you handled that.
I got to think, did it ever happen? I think part of the reason I love drug addicts is that I knew it wouldn't work out, so I could always bail on that. So I just wasn't, I don't know that I was ever in that position.
You just avoided that situation
Yeah, I just
altogether.
I didn't date. I didn't date at all for the 21.
I'm really. That's just. I'm not saying anything against you, but that's just so lonely.
Well, I didn't know that I was lonely. I mean, I had a really active social life. I got a lot of attention. I was very busy. I just kind of cut that part off. And then, without telling my kid's story too much, he got into trouble at 13. So I couldn't even make it through a fucking movie without the cops calling me.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he got into trouble, and so that there were a couple times that I thought, now I'm ready, and then his stuff would.
So your life was full enough to where it just wasn't. It was a
Yeah.
non-topic.
Yeah, and then I shut down for a little while, completely sexually. I didn't even play. I didn't masturbate. And then I did this really stupid thing.
How long was the non-masturbation period?
It would go months. I don't think I ever went like a full year or anything.
My full year, for about 6 months of that, I fell asleep masturbating most of the time, so I just stopped.
Yeah.
I was so bored with myself.
And I had been, this is just going to sound obnoxious, but this is the show to sound obnoxious.
Yeah.
I had been like this sexual dynamo in the 80s. I think that's a real reason. I have a magic vagina. And it was
magic
golden pussy.
vagina.
I have a magic vagina.
I'm tweeting that.
I have a magic vagina. We get the best stories here. Okay, so your magic vagina of
so
the
it
80s.
Scared me.
Was
I
it
wanted to
poofy? Did it have leg warmers?
No. There's a souvenir. There's a gift shop, though.
There's a gift shop. I survived Andrea's magic pussy. Is that a t-shirt
Not
I can
survived,
buy?
it's I'm coming back.
Oh,
Survived, hell. It's an e-ride, but you don't survive. So I forgot what the last question was. Oh, so yeah, so I just kind of lost my libido. Then in your 40s, if you're not active, that can happen. Anyway, and then we lived in apartments, and this is a funny story. By this time, my son has a kid.
oh Lord.
And I don't have a toy because I don't want the noise in the apartment. And a girlfriend of mine said, let me get this. Your son and his girlfriend are making babies in the front of the house. You pay the rent and you can't have a vibrator in the back of the house. You are doing this wrong.
You're doing it way wrong.
Yeah. So I had to learn a couple of things.
I had to take my mother out to buy her first dildo after she divorced my dad.
That's right. I remember that story.
Yeah.
So
Every woman should have a good vibrator.
A girlfriend took me to buy one. It was like a little $20 cute thing.
Mhm.
I then upgraded to the $200,
It's got all the functions and the wobbling and the beads and the spinning and the rabbit.
No beads and spinning. I need to get the beads and spinning. It just
Ah.
has the two different sections. And then the dogs somehow got it on 4th of July. So I need to replace that. So any of you out there who want to get into my pants and want to get me a gift.
She needs a new vibrator.
Well,
And she needs
Doris
the one
has a
with the beads and the
fabulous line.
spinning and the flopping around. That's what she needs.
Too great.
She needs one
Okay.
with a kick start. No.
Okay. It's all right. Catch your breath.
I'm good. I'm here. I'm right here.
Okay. So, I want to know about when you came off the hiatus. Did you just like explode and flood the room? I mean, what was it
suffocate
about
the poor man?
what was it about the guy? Just
Okay, this is a really funny story.
Oh, let me get a footrest. Hold on.
I was I already knew it was going to happen because, like I said, these people in their 20s that I taught with were determined. that it was done. That this had to happen. And it was
The
my...
Get Andrea Fucked crew.
It was like, you're done. No. Whatever you were going for, we applaud you, and that's enough. And I had already like done a little bit of dating and then stopped because my son had his kid and then went back, and I was like much more available. So this was around the time that I discovered, because I didn't even know about the BBW community, which, I'm sorry, BBW club scene. We don't really have a community yet.
We're working on it.
We're working on
I
it.
was going to say, we're working on that. It would involve a lot more bonding and doing something other than
Right.
fucking and dancing, which again are two of my favorite things. But anyway, so it was my friend's birthday, and there was an event at Plush when it was at 2100 Fremont.
Mhm.
Right.
And I had been to one or... Oh, let me backtrack. Last June, I went to my first BBW dance thing. I went to Avenue, the clothing store, because that's
Mhm.
where I used to buy clothes. And to get a prom dress, because I taught secondary at the time. And they had a postcard for Red Label.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
And I remember that there was a whole conversation with my therapist, with my friends. I think I'm going to try this. Other people are online. I didn't know what there was. I'm going to try this. And I remember my friends and my therapist saying, good, just be easy on yourself. If it's, it starts at 10. If you can only make it till 10:30, don't beat yourself up. 2:30 in the fucking morning. Because when I was back, I was back.
Okay,
So-
before you go any further,
Yes.
you said that you found the postcard at Avenue
Avenue.
where you used to shop.
Yeah. Now
Where
I
you
shop
shop?
more online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because I shop at Avenue for work clothes. I love their work clothes.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of women won't shop there at all because the style of clothing is too conservative as opposed to.
I shop there. There's just no money left, and there's, I own everything they have, so I don't have a reason. When you are looking at a catalog and you have it twice, it's probably time to stop. Because I don't think if I mentioned I diverted my son attention from my son to myself recently, and it has been glorious. Not so much for him, but for me.
Okay. So after a bunch of pointed advice from friends and therapists,
So I go to Red Label, and at the end of the evening, this 27-year-old beautiful guy comes up to me, and I said, "Oh, I am too young for you. I am too old for you." And he said, "Oh, but you're not." And he
that's
said-
the magic vagina talking, by the way.
Right.
And he said, we're gonna go party, and I said, "Oh, but we're not, honey." And I gave him my number, and then I called 6 friends and said, "Am I Mary Kay Letourneau?" Because I'm 49 and he's
Very
27. And he taught me a little bit about the community. I have met men who are so much better at being an SSBBW than I could ever hope to be.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sometimes I text
Because
them.
they know
"There's
all
a
the ins
meeting."
and outs.
They know everything. And he taught me all those terms and things like that. And
You had a male mentor for the BBW community.
did not fuck him to this day. Regret it. I don't know if he's listening, but hon, you were the best of all the guys that I've done so far. Best fucking kisser. I made the mistake of telling him the 21 years, and it scared him to death. Because also he told me he wasn't a hit it and quit it kind of guy, and he wants a woman. I was like, you have one job to do. You are the bridge between not and yes, and you have one job to do, and you can't do that. You're not going to be my boyfriend.
I just want you
You
to
just
eat my
have
pussy.
one job to do. You could do it more than once if you're good, but you have one job to do. So that kind of opened a door. I mean, we made out a little bit. It was also my period, which to this day he doesn't know. So now he does if he's listening.
Do you think did you tell him that you were going to be on?
No, we don't talk.
Oh, why not?
Because he's an angry black man, an angry young black man, and I am a happy
Oh.
white woman.
Yeah, angry black men tend to.
He is 27 and Vegas kicked his ass. Vegas is my bitch.
Yeah.
I can't relate.
Good for
I would,
you.
I would
Good
talk
for
to
you.
him now. Anyway, so that kind of put me in the mood. I met some other guys, and I went to Plush when it was at 2100 in September. I always think it's my friend's birthday, and I was already drunk because it was her birthday. And I was inadvertently on a date with 2 different lesbians. Or two bi girls, and I have again not opposed to it, but she would have to be a very patient woman who would teach me everything. Because I always say, just because I have the parts doesn't mean I know how to service them.
Right.
So
Wow.
so I accidentally made 2 dates with 2, and to this day my friends tell me I'm the worst lesbian ever. And I think that put me in the mood to take this guy home.
The
Wow.
27-year-old
No,
or
this
somebody
is,
else?
no, this was somebody else. So I was seeing this guy online. He was really fucking with my head because he wanted exclusive, except we hadn't met, and he was a fake U.S. Marshal with a lot of women online.
Mhm.
But I'm a
I
commitment.
think
kind
we
of
know
girl.
that, or I think Calypso knows that guy.
I think
Fake
we do.
U.S. Marshal.
She
That's funny.
may. So I was a little drunk. This guy smelled fucking fantastic and gave the best line ever, which was not a line. He was my age. Best line ever, which wasn't a line, because he said, "Forget about anything else. Just tell me how I get you to smile, because you are so damn sad." He could have taken my pants
Aw.
off right then.
Could have taken him off. She had to change
She'd
her
have been
pants.
that girl.
Well, I also had my period, so I probably needed to
Yeah,
change
you
my
have your
pants.
period a lot when men come around, huh?
Yeah, sometimes they
It's the
still stay.
pheromones. It's the pheromones.
Sometimes they still stay, which still amazes me. I'm like, no, I'm good, and they're like, no, we're gonna do this anyway.
Whoa.
Magic vagina, magic vagina.
vagina.
It's sometimes it's look like cougar down there, but it's okay. It's good. We used to have this group of friends that we called the United Nations because we had a guy from Serbia and a guy from Croatia.
I
and a
met them
guy
at the
from-
bash. Japan, France. I met,
Oh no,
I
this
had
is
the United
completely
Nations at my table.
completely separate group of people.
Right.
And one day we were sitting at the bar. This is before we were doing the show. And we were sitting at the bar and we were talking about sex and we were talking about sex on your period. And the Serbian guy goes, "Oh, I have sex on period. It's okay. It looks like cougar down there. Looks like cougar
It
mauled
looks
you."
like Cougar tore up somebody in the house.
Right.
There's blood everywhere.
But it's okay. It's good. It's good that way.
It's
Good.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know about all that.
So you took this guy home from Plush.
Yes, he should have been a serial killer and was the first one who didn't go away. We ended up in a relationship for a while.
Okay.
Really?
So tell us
Great guy.
about. Okay, we need to go to break, but tell us about before we go to break. Tell us about what happened when you went home with him.
What happened?
Yeah. So you give us the nitty gritty here.
There was sex. There was coming. We did it again. That's the short before break version. That's the short.
Were you nervous though?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't stop him to tell him, but he seemed so fucking in charge, and I was a little drunk. And
So in charge.
I mean, and it wasn't supposed to be happening anyway because I had my period, and he was really sweet. But I like in charge guys. I do.
Yeah.
And if you know me at all, I'm so like independent and in charge. I like a little submission. And he could, oh man, he could kiss and went right for the neck. And that again,
Oh, that
take
gets
down
me.
Sweet
the
spot.
neck,
Mm.
the neck, and the arms, and oh, like, I looked like I had been attacked by a vampire the next day.
Oh, nice, nice.
And I like, I like when it like hurts for a couple of days.
So you remember.
Well, also just so you remember, it also feels good. So he just did that shit really well, and then turned out to be a really nice guy with a great story.
But you guys aren't together now.
No, that's my fault because I backed off and he was a good guy, and he was like, well, you have the fake U.S. Marshal, and that's going to be a real thing, and I'm, I don't have strings attached, and I threw him over for the fake U.S. Marshal.
Ugh.
Yeah. U.S. Marshal owes me.
All right. Oh, too much stuff from you. We still got tons to go. This is the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. We got Club Calendar next, maybe?
Yeah, 8:00.
Okay. And then we still have more stories about online dating and being in the BBW community from Andrea. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Stay up to date with your favorite BBW girls on Twitter. Go to bbwgirltweet.com to find all your favorite adult BBW entertainers.
This guy's out of control. Who authorized this type of music?
He's live and unabashed, playing classic shit.
Don't you say it.
The Kevin Jackson Radio Show.